Hey guys, so my insulin pump has run out of insulin. It happens every 3 days, I have to refill it. So I thought this was a perfect opportunity to show you how that's done. Gonna give you a little insight into what we diabetics do that have pumps and sensors and all that good stuff. So my pump, I always take the opportunity when I shower to plug it in because it does need to be charged pretty frequently, but not, it lasts a pretty good amount of time. And then I get my insulin vial, and I get a new cartridge, a new syringe, and a new infusion set. Right. Once I have all my supplies together, I just go ahead and open this so it's ready. Get my sterile syringe connected together. You have to put some air in there because then it puts the pressure back in when you refill it here. Enough that I might need. Then this is the cartridge that goes into the pump. There's a little hole there. I'm sure this is going to get harder and harder as my eyesight begins to fail, but we have to pull out the air from that cartridge and then pull it down, get any bubbles gone. I forgot to get my alcohol swab out ready, so let's carefully get some alcohol. Should have done that before. And then I'm gonna wipe the belly area. I'm not doing this yet, I'm just doing that because it needs to dry. But then I use this just to squirt the air out. You don't want any air, like I said. And then I just to make sure there's no air down there. Then, sorry, kind of covering it, but hook it back in there and you just fill the cartridge. I like to count to 8. Don't know if it's necessary, but I do. Then, it's the sharks. So I put it in my sharks container. Now it's filled, it's ready to go. And we need to take this out. So, let's see if I can bring this over a little bit, just show you. So I'm not resuming. I stopped it because I had gotten in the shower. So of course you stop it, otherwise it'll keep going. And then I'm going to hit load and then change cartridge. Make sure the infusion set is disconnected from your body. It is. Are you ready to continue? Yes. Preparing for cartridge. Remove the cartridge and install a filled cartridge. Tap the unlock icon when completed. So that's when you get this handy thing. Pop it out. And that can now be thrown away. Get the new one. Pop it in. Okay. Move that back. There we go. Now, keep your workstation clean. Now we're going to attach the tubing of the infusion set. You have to open it. Of course, everything comes in so much packaging that for an environmentalist, someone who is aware and very cautious and tries her best to recycle everything, I am probably contributing a lot of plastic where I don't want to. So I'm kind of interested to find out how we can start to recycle this, but with it being medical, I think there are challenges with that. Just because nobody wants a plastic bottle made out of recycled insulin tubing. I get that, but there's got to be a way. I know some European countries have started investigating and researching things like that. But that's another topic for another day. So now that I have attached, I'm sorry I didn't show you, but you just unravel it all, attach it to the cartridge. You make sure it's good and tight because that is your airtight airlock. And then you hit the lock button. Is the cartridge installed? Yes, it is. It's detecting the cartridge. Just take a few seconds. Cartridge changed. Make sure the set is disconnected from your body. Securely connect the tubing to your cartridge. On the next screen, you will fill your tubing with insulin. Okay, so we're going to start. And it's stopping to fill. It just takes a little while. Oh, see, there's a little drop of insulin. That's how you know the tube is filled. Then it says, if you see drops at the end of your tubing, press done. If no insulin drops are noticed, please press fill. It doesn't say please. It just says press fill to continue filling. Amount filled is 12.4 units. I'm done. So now the next thing I need to do is insert it. It says fill cannula. Cannula is that little, see that blue cover is something that's protecting the cannula. But first, before I take that off, I've taken off, I think you noticed before, the little white covering for the adhesive. And then I hold it on the edges, pull it down till it clicks, move it into this little groove. Don't know if you can see it from there, but now I take the blue off and there is a little needle in there. Yeah. And that's what's going inside. But, you know, you get used to it. So I've got several little marks already. This is where the last one was. This is where the one before that was. You know, and then over. So it's good to have a little something here, but so I kind of just feel from my muscles sometimes. Kind of defeats the purpose, I guess, if you clean it with alcohol and then go prod it with your fingers, but that's okay. Okay, and then you have to squeeze the button. And you know, sometimes, even after 9 years, you hit a muscle or you hit something and it's like, but you just gotta hold through it. And most times now, I'm pretty lucky, so let's just see what it is. It's one of those things. Now, whew. Okay, just a little pinch, not even a pinch, but that's it. So I just like hold it in so that the adhesive has some time to get to it. And then I'm gonna fill my cannula. Okay, fill my cannula. It says here, insert a new set and connect to the filled tubing, which I think they mean insert the tubing or the infusion set. I've always found that wording pretty weird. But then it says, on the next screen, you will fill the cannula with insulin. That's that little needle. The needle doesn't stay in, just the plastic tubing. It's a little bit more rigid, but the tubing, it needs to have that needle in there to give it the structure to pierce the skin. So it's pre-programmed for 0.3 units because the cannula is not very big. I think it's 6 millimeters. You saw it. And it's done. So stop filling. Then it sets me, oh, I guess I should have had it in here. It says set a reminder. Yep. Even though I'll know because my insulin will run out by then, but it does it for 3 days because you're supposed to change your infusion set every 3 days. So Friday, yeah. Settings saved, and it's all checked. That's how you know you've done it. Done, and then it says to test your blood glucose in 1 to 2 hours just to make sure that it is doing what it needs to do. And do you want to resume your insulin now? Yes. Done. All right, so now I can pull this up. See, the little metal thing stays in here, and now I'm all set. So when I do things like go swimming or go in the shower, I'll just show you real quick. I can go into my options, stop my insulin, all deliveries stopped, and you just pinch these and pull it up. And now I'm detached and I'm free as a bird. Well, you know, somewhat. And then there's a little piece that you lock it off if you go in the pool, because you don't want to go, there's, you know, that's like a wound. You don't want to expose yourself to anything that you don't want in there. So resume insulin and we are good to go. That's it, my friends.